What we carried, Fragments from the Cradle of Civilization, is a project about leaving one's homeland.
Jim met Dr. Baher Bhuti, an Iraqi refugee here in Portland.
I was an activist, being a psychiatrist, a professional, and I wrote articles in newspapers. You know, people wanted peace, wanted democracy. We were going against militias, we were going against terrorists. My name came in a list of people to be assassinated. That was at 2006, and then that's when I decided that it's not a game anymore. I should leave.
Baher gave Jim a window into an entire community of Iraqi refugees who landed here in Oregon, and Jim's eyes began to listen.
I thought I would photograph the people in their apartments or houses, and that didn't tell the story.
But visiting refugees in their new apartments, Jim began to notice that each one had managed to carry a couple of items that meant everything to them. The items were their connection to the lives they had left behind.
When you're a refugee, you don't get to pack up a U-Haul trailer and drive it to your next stop. You often leave under the cover of darkness, sometimes with a kid under each arm, and a few things to get you through the night. And sometimes people bring a few things with them, or even one thing that is extremely meaningful. That object that they've carried with them carries so much importance that I wanted to help tell the story of leaving your homeland.
So instead of taking a picture of the refugee, Jim decided to photograph their objects. But he didn't stop there.
I returned the photograph to them, and I asked them to write that story on the photograph.
The people who, on this project, who collaborated with him, sort of took some of those pieces to the next level.
Some simply labeled the item. But most of the refugees responded to Jim's photo and the generous space around it by filling that space. Artists such as Samir Khurshid told stories about their objects in elaborate drawings. They gave Jim jewelry, teen bracelets, letters, passports, Arab to English translators, a Quran. An 11-year-old girl gave Jim her Barbies. Most of all, they gave him photos.
That was my honeymoon. I like it because it was the first time for us after getting married, you know, a honeymoon, to go and have this kind of free time on the lake together. It was nice. The photo keeps the moment. You can photo everything, so you take the very closest to your heart and mind.
Dr. Bhuti gave Jim another family photo. Here he notes where each family member ended up: Budapest, Seattle, Jordan, or maybe Dubai. His mother died after he left, and he doesn't know where she is buried.
We have been in the diaspora, and very spread all over. So again, trying to express this frustration of the situation.
Jim visited the Portland home of artist and Art Beat alum Farouk Hassan and his wife Haifa Al-Habib.
I come to America only with my books, nothing else.
Haifa, an artist and academic, managed to bring this book of photos of archaeological artifacts all the way from Iraq. Haifa knows that the photos may be all that's left, because many of these ancient artifacts are being destroyed by ISIL and war.
I feel sad.
This feeling of pain, crying, and sadness is not a recent one. It's kind of very painful. Losing history is not easy because it was there someday. It will never be there anymore.
As she was talking and writing and painting, she was weeping. And tears were falling on the artwork.
So what Jim is doing is this extraordinary collaboration. He's a documentary and a social photographer, but with the highest goals. And his impulses are not to exploit a situation, but to bring forth the truth. And that's something that is going to make this stand the test of time.
This is my brother. He's married. Named Nuri, bigger than me. Married. He texted me. I may say, my brother, congratulations, good day, good life for you with wife. And this I'm writing for her. My family in Iraq. I'm in the Turkey. I'm now there, but still my family and still live in myself, my family. And then this photo I bring with me, and then after 2008. And then this photo, every I'm sad, I'm good, I'm okay. Every comment with friend, I look this photo, this picture. I may think my family. How is Samir, and I'm a house baby with my brother, with Amir, with Nuri, with Nabil, with Yunus. I'm a baby. Thinking for me anything for in Iraq, with family, my brother, my family. And then first, I hope my family you be wonderful, you be okay, no problems, any there. And then after, I hope Iraq you be fun, you be good, you be okay. Because my family in the Iraqs. I hope Iraq will be fun, you'll be good, you'll be wonderful place. I love Iraq. And then second, I love America.
بسألك يا عراق شو وقت نرتاح. I'm asking you when we're gonna get better. نبكي لحالنا لو نبكي على الراحة. We cry about ourselves or we cry about what happened. صار سنين واحنا همومنا الجبال. It's been many years with bad situation. فوق اسطورنا شلناه نوشاه. تعال تريد فوضى حمل وشين ولا We can't find anybody with a good life back there. Yeah, we have people from too many different cities in Iraq, like terrorist people and everything. We are like any country, we need to live a similar life, peace and everything. Yeah, we are tired, and we need to get better. That's what he said.
Correct.
My dad bought this set of Turkish coffee, which was 12, since he was a young man before he married in 1945. He insisted to have a great family, a very big family, and he made it. We are 4 brothers and 5 sisters, so he made it, he really made it. But after all this age, after all these years, only 5 were left. Okay, I couldn't leave this set of Turkish coffee. Despite that, I left so many precious things. I left my friends and whom I love, and I left my job, I left my home, I left my memories, I left my roots there. How many times did we drink coffee in these cups? It's a lot, I can't count them. We drink the coffee with happiness. And these cups remind me with my dad, with my dear dad, who taught me a lot, and whom I will always remember with love and gratitude and joy. I folded these cups with the piece of cloth carefully, as if it was a piece of gold to me. It's worth a lot to me. These cups also traveled so many times around the world, from Baghdad to The Hague to Syria to Chicago.
I brought this dominoes from Iraq. It belongs to my friends. I know them for over than 5 years, and we started hanging out together and playing together. And it was our favorite game. I didn't know dominoes before, but they taught me how to play it and what kinds of games I can play with this domino. I brought it with me here, and I have it on my bookshelf. Every time I look at it, I feel like I remember the great times we spent playing this game. And actually, I don't have many friends here to play it with them, and it's kind of a legacy game. It's not everybody liked it now, especially everybody have their phones and computers, and all electronic games, so they don't have that passion about dominoes. But I have it, and it's a great thing to have it from Iraq and from my friends, and it keep remind me about the greatest time ever I spent with them.
This one, there's nothing written on it, but it's in Christmas. It's our first Christmas in Syria. So 2003, 2004. And I still have this baby doll, and he made a really big party in the cathedral in Syria, in the countryside. He made a big party for the Iraqis who moved from Iraq to Syria, and there were refugees in Syria. So he gathered them all that night, and he gave gifts to all kids. So it was so lovely. And when I went in, it was my turn to get the gift. They told me that they got me a baby, and I'm like, what, a baby? And he was really happy because he loved the gift too. Yeah, and I did love the gift too. So it was a lovely time.
Right.
Yeah.